Yeah, good morning. And thank you for being here, Mandy. Mandy's jumping in for Erin today. And welcome from Beaverton, Oregon. And she has a little 1-year-old, just turned 1. But welcome.
Yeah, I'll try not to cry too much. I have such a hard time when my babies turn 1. It's like such a big milestone. So yeah, well, thank you for having me. I know people were expecting Erin, so I hope I provide you with some good information. And I love this topic, so I only have like 30 minutes to talk, so I'm going to speed it down. Most of you don't know me. I know some of you. So my name is Mandy Garber. I am actually a pediatric occupational therapist. So that's my background. I've worked with kids my whole career, and I have 2 little kids. Actually, I have a 1-year-old that just turned 1 yesterday and a 4-year-old. So I have quite the spectrum of teenager toddlerismness. So I've used doTERRA oils for the past 10 years and more heavily the last couple of years. So both of my kids are actually oil babies, and I've used them through my pregnancy. So I'm excited to share what I have with you today. Again, I feel like pregnancy and babies can be like a whole class in itself. So, but we're going to cover a little bit of everybody today. So thanks for having me. So we'll get started. Yeah. Mind my technical issues. Okay, so this is oils for every age. Kind of covered that if you're in the right place. So we'll kind of jump right in to the little kids. I'm just kind of move my stuff around a little bit. So doTERRA's essential oils are, as we know, hopefully the most tested and the most trusted oils on the market today. We really go to great lengths to make sure that they are the safest and the wisest choice for our natural health care. And this is important to me as a mom, especially I think when you become a mom, you start to open your eyes about all the things that are around your home, what's going in your home, on your kids. And so I feel so safe and happy putting these on my body, cleaning my house with them, putting them on my baby. Hours she was born, she had oils on her. And I feel super safe to do that because there's so much research out there supporting doTERRA's, not only doTERRA's research and third-party research too, that they are pure and effective therapeutic oils, even safe for the teeniest, tiniest babe. So pictured here are some touch rollers. So touch rollers basically just means that they are pre-diluted and ready for you to go. So if you're new and you have your oil here and you want to put it on your body, you know what to do. Touch rolls are super great. They're going to have the little flag on the roller that tells you that it's a touch, I mean it's pre-diluted. Some rollers you won't see that, so that's just the tip and trick for you there. So I love putting this on my feet at night, or my kids' feet, or up on their spine. It's just a great way to kind of get a little healthy immune boost for them throughout the day. I think this smells wonderful. Hopefully you're all experienced with On Guard, but again, just a great little extra boost to help with the environmental threats that's going on right now. I don't know how PC I should be in this presentation, like compliant, I mean. Pretty compliant. I'll try to be compliant. I can't see the chat, so.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. And then Tamer is another one of my absolute favorites. So Tamer is actually from the kids line. We'll talk a little bit more about that later on, but this is our digestive blend, and it's diluted especially for little ones, but it's really good for everybody, like the whole age spectrum here. This is great to just rub on your tummy for any sort of tummy troubles that you have. I actually like this better than our Digestin blend. So this is just has some different oils in it. And so I'll talk a little bit more about those as we go on too. All right, some other things you're going to want to have in your toolkit are this unscented lotion. 1, it's great on its own, but 2, you can kind of like choose your own adventure with it. So it's great to mix oils into it, and you can do that 2 ways. You can just squirt the oil on you and then drop the oils in, mix it up and apply it. I love this in my bedtime routine for my babies. So I love doing lavender. I feel like it's really nice to have that to help them relax, get ready for bed. And it's also a bonus really good skin oil too. So it's really gentle and cleaning for their skin. Or if you are like gung-ho on lavender or a certain other oil, you could get a dropper bottle for your oil. And then you could squirt it into the actual lotion itself. So then you kind of have like a bulk one if you don't want to be doing it every night, if you're like committed to your one oil that you want in there. So that's a couple ways to use that lotion. And then 2 is your diffuser. So for any of us, using a diffuser is going to be like the power changer, right? So you have the power to control your environment without anybody knowing, right? So you can put whatever you want in your diffuser, and it is like an instant mood changer. And as a mom, sometimes when you just need like an extra little bit of help to like your toddler's melting down, like just gonna put some calming oils in there, right? Or some bedtime oils, or if you just need a little pick me up, like you can change the mood. So using your diffuser, it is completely safe to use them around little tiny babies, kids, all those things. I get that question a lot. Is it safe to use my diffuser around my babies? Yes, yes, yes. Again, depending on how big your diffuser is, you just want like this diffuser here, I would maybe do like 4 drops or something, go how you feel, but using your diffuser is great, especially for that bedtime routine. Lavender is a great one. Breathe is a great one, especially what's going on in our world right now. And I feel like Breathe is also a really great one for stress and worries too. It helps you just take a deep breath. So if you have some anxious kiddos, that's a really great one. You could mix lavender and Breathe together. You can choose your own adventure. The world's your oyster with your diffuser. So have fun, excuse me, playing around with that. Okay, so we're gonna move into pregnancy. I could talk a lot about this since I have had 2 oil babies, and I've used my oils throughout. I would not want to be pregnant without my oils, and I'm so thankful that I had them. Anything from, I'm gonna just go like a little bit deeper, like aches and pains, like using my Deep Blue rub and now the Deep Blue stick. I've had inflammation, I've used this. I've actually got to avoid prescription medication by just using my oils and my supplements by working with my my doctor. So I am just forever in debt to these products, being able to use them safely, right? Because a lot of products or medications you can't use when you're pregnant and it's not advised. So turning to these solutions is just a game changer. So one that I take, usually I'm kind of lazy. It says Terrazyme take with every meal. I take it like at night because I can't handle one more thing. I have my morning supplements and I have my night supplements, and I choose to take this at night. And I think if you are going to choose to take it at meals, even better. But taking it at night is going to be great because this is a digestive enzyme. And so what's going to happen is you're going to take it and it's like a little Pac-Man, and the little Pac-Man is going to go in there and it's going to kind of like eat and break down all the gross, bad stuff that you've maybe eaten throughout the day or are harder to digest and break down, so that you can actually get the nutrition from the food that you're eating. And it's going to just be like a win-win. And what I thought was interesting is actually passes through your breast milk. So if you're breastfeeding, your baby is going to get some benefits from that as well. Again, I like to take it at night. Anybody can take this. I suggest that everybody take this, and a couple of them. And then, let's see, I would say if like there's nausea, there's all the things you can use oils for. The ginger drops are going to be great if you're feeling a little nauseous as whatnot too. Those are really gentle. They have a little lemon in them as well. And if you don't want just to take the lozenge, you could make a little tea out of it too. You could just drop it in some hot water and make a little tea, and that is going to be really helpful for any of those nauseous feelings. And then Copaiba. Oh my God, I love Copaiba. When it came out at convention, I cried happy tears because this is just an all around amazing oil for all the things. I feel like it's frankincense's little sister or brother or whatever, because it really does all the things, and it's a much cheaper price point really too. So it's not only going to help with inflammation and stress and emotion stuff, but this is one that I take actually in a capsule. You can take it right under your tongue a couple times a day, just a couple drops. I like to take it in a capsule because I'm kind of a baby. I don't really love the taste of these woodsy oils sometimes, but I take it personally for emotional support. And as a side effect, a side benefit, right? There's really no side effects with our oils. A side benefit is actually it helps with your milk production too. So if you're looking for that, then that's a great oil to turn to. I use this on my baby's jawline when she's teething. It's an all around go-to. Some other ones that are going to be more towards breastfeeding, if you are doing that, is basil and fennel. You could make a roller bottle. I would add in the Copaiba as well. And after you're done nursing or pumping, I just would roll it on top of my breasts and help my milk supply that way. So no need to like wash it off or anything. If your baby gets a little bit of it, usually by the time you get ready to nurse or pump again, you should be good to go. So and then on the kind of flip side is peppermint. So peppermint it could reduce your milk supply in some women. So if you are breastfeeding, maybe be a little cautious with peppermint. And if you are wanting to wean or get rid of some of your milk supply, then that might be a beneficial one for you as well. I guess I want to just back up before I move on is most oils are safe during pregnancy as well. You want to dilute them a little bit more because your skin may be a little more sensitive. There's a couple to avoid, but overall, you are pretty safe. So just off the top of my head, jasmine and clary sage, they may start contractions. And so those are going to be great later on in your pregnancy. So, but in general, those are the two to kind of avoid, but most of them are all safe and ready to go. Okay, so we're moving to some little kiddos here. So these are going to be staples in your household. So our immune system actually starts in our gut. So if you're wanting to support your immune system, one of the first places to look is your gut. And that would be my top choice would be a probiotic. So these little PB Assist Juniors, we call them little sticks in our house. They're like little pixie sticks. They are sugar-free. They are yummy, 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 fruit flavored. My 4-year-old will just like shoot it. And he's taken them for a year or two. He loves them. You could mix them in with a liquid or yogurt or applesauce, something like that, but my son just loves them. And again, not just for kids related, right? So if you are wanting to support your gut, or if you're under the weather and you're taking the PB Assist, this is a nice one to kind of switch up. Or if you don't like taking pills, you could take the PB Assist Junior and to help kind of balance that out. So it's good to kind of switch it up because it has different strains of pre and probiotics in there. And then we have the kids vitamin pack. So it's kind of like your chewable multivitamin. And then you have your omegas, which is, I actually haven't given them to my kids yet. So I think it's like a lemony or an orange flavor. So, and I hear that most kids like them. I think you could mix them with other things too, if they're not into it. And a little bonus, if you are taking the Lifelong Vitality Pack, which we'll get into, I believe these ones are at a heavily discounted offer, so you can add them on. So that's always like a nice little bonus to add those on. And then I love the On Guard beadlets. These are teeny tiny. My son loved to take these even when he was 3. There's about like a quarter of a drop of On Guard in there. So again, you're going to support your immune system, have a healthy gut, all the things. He would take like a couple, maybe 2. You could do it as a preventative, or again, if you're under the weather and not feeling well, you could take a couple more, and then I would space them out, do it a couple times during the day. If they have a hard time just swallowing them, or you're worried that they might pop in their mouth because it's On Guard in there, it's kind of a spicy oil. Again, I just put it in a little bit of yogurt or applesauce and write down, easy to do. So those are going to be really great to support your kids. Okay, another one is, again, this one's so versatile. This is the kids collection and I love it. Excuse me. You can buy them individually, or you can get the whole case. And I love the whole case for a lot of reasons as a therapist and as a mom. So I'll spend a little bit of time on this. Excuse me, I'm gonna grab some water. So I love the case. You can throw it in your diaper bag, your to-go bag. It has all the oils in here. Excuse me. And it comes with these cute little carabiner tops. So you could like hook them to your backpack or your lunchbox or whatnot. And then it also comes with the cards. So I'm going to tell you about those at the end. But these are pre-diluted oils, really safe for your kids. And they're good alternatives to the ones that we have. So we've been talking about On Guard. So one of the alternatives would be the stronger blend. And in here is just some different oils to support your immune system. So you're going to have oils like Listia, which we can't get, frankincense, and rose. And so these oils are really gentle on our bodies. And when I say gentle, I don't mean less effective, because rose is actually one of our most powerful antiviral, antibacterial immunity oil. So if you just want a different alternative, using this kids line are amazing. Somebody had this in their diffuser going, which is awesome because you can't get this in a diffuser form. So I always feel like really special when I use my limited oils right in my diffuser, because you can't like replenish it. But stronger is a great one. I use this almost daily on my kids, either this or On Guard. Again, just on their back, bottom of their feet, give them a little immune boost. This is great. Some other oils in here, we talked about the Tamer, the tummy blend. Again, if you prefer a smell, I prefer this smell over the digestion. They work just the same. Again, they're just using similar oils, different oils that give us the same benefits. And so I think they're a nice alternative. You also have the Calmer blend, which is our restful blend. So think about maybe Serenity. This is a great time for bedtime. I love to roll on their feet or on my hands and then do a little massage with the Calmer blend. It smells just lovely. They have a rescuer blend. So you think of this as like our baby deep blue kind of. So it's not going to be as spicy and hot, but these are going to be great for like growing pains, aches and pains, maybe even teething along the jawline. Again, just a little bit more softer oils in here. There's some lavender, spearmint, copaiba. That's a great one to have. A great one if your kids are into sports too. The steadying blend is going to be like our balance, right? So this is going to be great for big emotions, toddler emotions, transitions, everybody. And I think one of my biggest oil advices too is if you're putting oils on your kids, put them on yourselves as well, because then you can kind of be that double diffuser for them and you can get a little benefit from them as well. So the steady one is a great calm one. Let's see, and then one other one I'm missing. I think the thinker one, the yellow one, I don't have it with me right now, but that's going to be great for homework time, anytime you need to kind of like turn their brain on and have a little boost of brain power. That's going to be great. But the great thing about it is when you get this whole kit, it comes with these little cards that you see here, and I don't have mine with me, but they are categorized so your kids can use them by themselves. So doTERRA is really empowering your kids to be able to choose what they need to take care of their bodies. These oils are broken down into 3 sections. There's oils for the mind. So you're going to flip through the card, you're going to see a little brain. There's oils for our heart, right? Our emotions. And then there's oils for our body. So you're going to see different pictures and they're color coded to the oil. So I just love that, like, if your kid is like, can't read, but they can go to their little book and like, oh, my muscles hurt, it's blue, I'm going to go find my blue one and use it. So I just love that. So anyway, I think everybody needs the kids collection. And if you don't have kids, it's great. Okay. I could talk about that one all day. So let's go into some teens. I don't have teenagers. I've worked with a lot of teenagers, but if I have a toddler, it's basically like a teenager, but just like mini version. I don't really know what's worse, teenagers or toddlers. If it's teenagers, don't tell me. I'm just going to pretend I have time to get there. So some support for them is, I love the skincare line. I get this question a lot actually with what can I use for my teen or my preteen? They have breakouts. And honestly, this is going to be a great line for us who have like the mask knee, right? So if you have some breakouts on your skin, the HD Clear skincare is going to be really great. It's not only going to be helpful to like zap the zits, but you have a foaming face wash, you have a lotion, and then you have the HD Clear roller, which is not diluted. There's no little touch flag on it. And I love this one for zits. If you have it, just put a little on and it dries it right out and it really helps speed it along. I also really love it for canker sores too. So that's like my go-to. And then the Lifelong Vitality Pack. I'm not going to go into it so much because we have a whole presentation on supplements. But again, this is our foundation for long life, vitality, immunity, skin, bones, all the things, right? And teenagers are growing. So to support them, this is going to be great. You can start them on a half a dose or even a quarter dose and kind of work your way up to a half a dose as well. And again, we talked about diffusing oils, right? Like if you are the one putting the diffuser on, you can kind of have the power to change the mood. So you can use some oils in there to kind of support their moods and their changing transitions. I just feel like it's always a roller coaster up and down. And then Clary Sage, or Clary Calm, excuse me. And this does say women on it, but this is going to be a great hormone support for boys and girls, really. So it's going to support their hormones and balance them out. If you don't love the smell of it, maybe if the boys don't love the smell of it, just rolling it on their feet at night, it's also going to be really supportive for them as well. I love this over my abdomen to support my hormones. It's also great for cramping. Okay, moving into more adults. Again, our foundation is this Lifelong Vitality Pack. I hope you guys are all on it. If not, try it out. It has a 30-day money-back guarantee. It's literally for all the things. And I'm not going to go into it, but if you want more energy, less brain fog, less inflammation, you want beautiful hair, skin, and nails. This was my prenatal. This is my postnatal. It's literally it's all you need. This is going to be great for everybody to try. So try it out, talk to the person who helped you get here if they have some information on it. And then again, adding in that Terrazyme, and I would say also a probiotic as well, and adding some lemon or citrus oils in your water, right? 2 to 3 drops in a glass. Just make sure it's not plastic because we don't want those oils to kind of pull out the plastic and you're ingesting them. So stainless or glass, just a couple drops throughout the day. You should be drinking half of your weight in ounces every day. And I don't know, for me, that's a lot of water and I'm like watered out at the end of the day. So putting some lemon or some citrus oils in there is going to be really helpful to get that water that you need. Okay, so just a quick little review. There's different ways we can use our oils, right? So we talked about diffusing them. If you don't have a diffuser too, like the cheap diffuser, you just open the bottle, have that there, take a sniff, right? But again, using oils aromatically, it's not only going to change the mood around your home, it's also going to help purify and clean the air. And you're doing it in a way that doesn't put more toxins in, right? Like the alternative of candles and sprays and things like that. And then topically, I love these 2 oils. The Motivate Touch, again, this is a diluted roller. This is going to be like, if you just like need to get up and go, like I should have got that on this morning because I'm still a little foggy from being up multiple times at night because my baby still decides she doesn't want to sleep for the night. So I should have used that. It's just a lovely kind of citrusy, pepperminty way to just like get going. I love just actually rolling it on my hands and taking a big whiff like that and kind of putting it on my neck so I can smell it. Also, if you have diffuser jewelry, my girlfriend just got me this cute little one. So these are some crystals and some like little tassels. You can put it on your hands and then I just kind of roll them on my jewelry, or you could put a drop on that. Little leather bracelets, that works too. So that's a great way to wear your oils kind of topically and be your own diffuser. And then adaptive. Just give me a hot, quick second to talk about adaptive because I don't think we want to mom without adaptive, and we definitely don't want to live in the world that we're living in right now, global pandemic, without adaptive, right? Like, woo. So it works best when you're doing all 3 of them together. So here you see the roller, you're going to wear it. They also make a capsule. I take it daily, and then you can also diffuse it. So it works the best that way. But this definitely adaptive is my go-to for all the things stress to get me through the day. All right, and then using your oils internally, so supportive, you guys. You can take up to 24 drops of oils throughout the day and spread it out, right? So it's not too much. Definitely just don't want to take like a whole bottle, but a couple drops throughout the day or under your tongue in the morning, right? That copaiba or frankincense is going to be really supportive. And I love citrus oils in my water. My favorite one is actually grapefruit or green mandarin. Actually, if you want a little advanced tip, green mandarin is fabulous in my water. All right, and then moving on to a little more elderly, love this population as well. So I think of them, their skin can be really fragile. So you want to dilute your oils when you're putting them on your body, similar as you would possibly a newborn. So my favorite way to do that is with fractionated coconut oil. It's just coconut oil in liquid form. I love doTERRA's because it doesn't smell like coconut. So when you mix your oils in it, you smell your oils and not a byproduct or coconut. And this is going to be great when you're making your rollers. So I would just dilute your rollers a little bit more heavily. Or again, if you have oils in your hand, put a little bit more of that on. Or if you have a roller that you've already used and you have a reaction to it, just slap some more coconut oil on it or lotion, right? And it's going to help dilute it out. So just to help with that skin sensitivity. And then again, that foundation, the Lifelong Vitality Pack, you're not only supporting your joints, but your brain health. It is just going to be a staple. So, and then another one that I like is the bone nutrient complex. I actually take this as well, especially when I was pregnant, because like you're growing bones, like in you. So I mean, this is going to be helpful for that. So just to help with that bone mass density, it actually provides 100% of our daily recommendation of calcium and magnesium, and also vitamin D 2 and 3, which is helpful if you live in the Pacific Northwest like me. And then I think that is it for the oil talk. So I want to pause and then take some questions. And then we'll kind of go in just really briefly about what it looks like to share oils and maybe get your oils paid for. So if you're interested in that, you can stay on. But I think we'll just pause and answer some questions. I haven't been able to see the chat.
Oh, here. Do you have any questions? I don't see any questions so far. A lot of comments about the different oils, especially the adaptive. We all love adaptive. If anyone wants to, raise their hand or jump in and ask a question, just let us know here.
There was some comments about college age kids that resonated with somebody that's got some college age kids. Sometimes we don't think about them needing oils when they go off to college, but as a mom that sent hers off with oils, it was extremely handy to give them a tool that was a healthier tool for them to cope with college life. So the adaptive system that you talked about was one of the #1 products that my younger daughter, it wasn't available when my older daughter was in college, but absolutely used on a regular basis. And of course, she had her diffuser and she had the adaptive to put in her diffuser, but also oils for helping her study. Thinker is the kids blend, the yellow one you were talking about. I prefer the smell of that one over Intune, but it just depends upon if you like the stronger, muskier scent, or if you like the little bit lighter scent in Thinker. Both of them work really well.
I do want to put in just a little plug for the Evolve training that's going on, the tour right now that's going on. And so if you want to check out more about that, you do receive a follow-up email after this with links to all the recordings that we've had so far, the notes, and there is a link in there about the Evolve tour. So if you click that, you can find out if it's near you and when and all of that. So I just wanted to point that out as well.
Yes, I went to that one here in Dallas. It was the very first one. So always hearing Dr. David Hill is a treat, and he just gives his heart and soul to everybody that's in the room. And it's incredible to be able to hear him speak. And then Justin Harrison and the two of them together are just they're so fun. I mean, they just keep it light and it's just an enjoyable evening. So I would really recommend going to that. So.
And I see that you shared the link in the chat as well. Yep. And there's really great values there too. You're going to get like some freebies. If you're new, you can enroll with some really great kits. too. Lots of reasons to go if that works out for you. So
and you can bring friends for free, right? With
yeah.
your kit, I think you can bring up to 3 people for free with you. So they can't have a doTERRA account, but again, a great way segueing in, right? If there's no other questions, to sharing oils with other people. So I love that you can bring some friends. It's better when better together.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think we can go ahead and move on. I don't see any questions. So
okay, I was just going through the chat. These are awesome. Okay, close that. Okay, so sharing doTERRA with the world or just with your best friend, right? It's up to you. It's choose your own adventure. So there's different people that work within doTERRA, right? So most of us are just living the doTERRA lifestyle, right? We just like love the products. We just want all that we can get out of them just for ourselves. And that's kind of what you want to do. And that's great. Others are ones that want to share with other people, right? And we maybe want to get your products paid for. And then there's some that you can even build earn an income, and really make an impact on a lot of people's lives. So there's a range of people, and you might fall into one, and you might shift and move around. I, for the longest time, was like, nope, I'm just going to use my products. I'm going to use my products. I've been with doTERRA for almost 10 years. And I recently started sharing in the last few years. So it just fills my cup. I've just also met so many incredible people and made some incredible friendships. And it's really amazing. So why doTERRA? Why now? Well, I think one that's not on here is that most of us are wanting to stay at home and work from home, right? And doTERRA allows you to work really from anywhere, which is really amazing. We're a privately owned company. We're completely debt free, and there's no outside funding, which is amazing in kind of a corporate-y world. I don't feel like doTERRA is very corporate-y though, which is another thing as you go to get to know more about us. We have over 120 markets and growing that we sell and source our oils from. We are the largest essential oil company in the world. And this is my favorite. We're used by doctors and hospitals around the world, which, if you think about that, is just mind-blowing, because these oils are really medicine, right? And I think somebody said to me earlier, like, you'd go to your doctor and like, would you complain about like what your antibiotics smell like? Like, no, like you wouldn't, right? You're like, well, I'm not gonna take these antibiotics because they kind of smell funny. Well, you know what? I don't love the smell of like oregano, but you know what? When I swipe that on the bottom of my feet and I wake up in the morning and I'm like 75% feeling better, I don't care what I smell like either, right? So these oils are medicine, and there is research behind them. Like legit research, people. Johns Hopkins uses these as the only oils that they will use. We have plenty other hospitals that we've partnered with. There is like a post-oncology ward that uses doTERRA. It's just like the list goes on and on and on. Like, this is legit, people. This is legit. So it's really exciting. Our lavender is actually pharmaceutical grade now, which is like, which basically just means it is going to be the same every single time and give you the same benefit. So it's not wishy-washy, right? So that's like a huge deal to know that like I'm getting the same thing every time. It's going to give me the same results. Like, amazing. Okay, I digress. I'm a little happy about that. Also, it all just makes me happy, you guys. We're ethically and sustainably sourced. We work directly with the farmers. So the farmers are going to get paid on time. They're going to get paid fairly. We care about the environment and where our oils come from, right? If they are over harvested or whatnot, doTERRA will sadly discontinue some items, right? Like, there are some oils that I've loved, but it hasn't been sustainable for the farming, for the earth, and they look to other ways to help protect that, right? So even in Hawaii, the sandalwood, they plant more than they take. It's just, it's really conscious about the world and all of that. So we have a very generous compensation plan. It's very different than other markets out there. And we have a high retention rate as well, 65%. So our customers are very loyal. They are the most tested and most trusted oils on the market. right? Oops. Ooh. There we go. And we're super transparent. So if you go to source2you.com and you put in the little number on the bottom of your bottle, you're going to see exactly what's happening with this bottle, right? Like I think over 60 tests are done on each bottle before it gets into my little hands. So it's amazing. It's legit. Right. So options. Can't see my screen very much. Questions that you might have. So like, how do I make money? How much time could this work for me? What do I do? So let's dive into that just real quick. This is basically the foundation. This is what we do as a business. So if you can stick to this, you're great. So sample. So you find somebody, you ask their need, or they come to you with a need, right? You want to try a sample of blah, right? You educate them on how to use their samples, and hopefully they are excited. And so you find the best kit that fits their budget and their needs, and then you support them. And with this team, it's so easy because we're doing the support right now. It's all set up for you, right? So it doesn't have to rely solely on your shoulders. You plug them into our support. This is an example of what the income potential is with doTERRA. And you can see it's anything from getting your product paid for, moving up to supplementing your income, and then even replacing and multiplying your income. So there's no cap either, right? Like you can just, the sky's the limit for what you need. We have a more in-depth webinar on this as well. So this is just a great little teaser here. And then what's the time commitment? So it varies. If you want your oils paid for, 3 to 5 weeks about. If you want to supplement your income, maybe 5 to 15 hours a week. And if you want to replace your income, looking more at maybe 15 to 30 hours. And honestly, a little bit more on the higher end if you are new, in all honesty. But it's fun, like it's fun work. So, and I think that's why most of us stay, right? We have a high retention rate. All right, so could this work for you? Well, one, I think you should be passionate about healthcare, love helping people and connecting with people, and then following a system and just getting things done. It's the baseline, the framework is really laid out for you. So if you can just follow it, then you can do it. And then what's the next step? So you are going to identify, what kind of person are you? Do you want to just live that lifestyle? Do you want to share with some people, or do you really want to build and really change a lot of people's lives? So I would suggest watching that Business Made Easy presentation. I believe Erin has a great webinar on this, and it's on the main page of Hello Visionary. Maybe, yeah, I think that's the one she kind of.
And Mandy, it's also, sorry,
yeah,
it's also in the follow-up email. That link is in there as well. So,
perfect. Okay, perfect. Great. Yeah, that one goes into all the details. So if you're curious about more of that, definitely check that out. And then just reach out for help, right? Reach out for the person who either enrolled you or to one of us, and we can get you the support and trainings that you need. So, and then this is the next set of classes. I love this continuing education series. So thank you for coming and bearing with me. I know I'm not Erin, but it was really fun teaching with you guys today. And the next class is Sleep, Stress, and Emotions. That's actually one of my favorite ones. And then you stick around for Dr. Josie. She'll probably dive into a lot of the supplements that we talked on today, and she's just awesome. So yeah, a lot of good stuff coming up. So thank you guys. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Mandy. This was awesome. Thank you so much. Is there anything else that anyone has any questions about? Anything?
I did want to just quick clarify. There was a question about putting your citrus in the plastic water bottles you get from the store. So what I put in the chat, and I just wanted to repeat here, is please don't do that. If you're, get a, stainless steel or glass water bottle that's reusable, Not only is it great for the environment, but also if you're putting your citrus oils in a plastic water bottle like that, you're leaching the petrochemicals out of that water bottle and you're ingesting them. So that's not something that you want to do. So I don't know if anybody else, Dr. Rose or anybody wants to add anything else to that, but I would highly recommend that you use it in glass, stainless steel, or non-porous ceramic.
Yeah, I second that. And I also second, just don't drink water out of plastic water bottles anyway.
Well, thank you everyone for sharing your Saturday morning with us.
So Marie, sorry, Lori, one last question. So
Yeah.
Marie was asking about phytoestrogen for older women. Dr. Josie is going to go over that on the 12th of February. So be sure to tune in to that one. And she will go in more in depth with the phytoestrogen and for women's health and hormones during that class.
Questions?
Yeah, that's a great one.
Another question. Sorry, Susan.
Oh, hi. I just figured out how to get in video. Are any products used for animals?
Yeah. You can use most doTERRA oils on your animals. Actually, I think cats are a little bit more sensitive. I don't have cats. I know you can diffuse around your animals. So I always suggest when you're diffusing around your animals is to give them an out. So don't lock them in a room with your diffuser, like make sure that they can leave. And even putting oils on topically to your animals is definitely do that. You can let them smell it, right? And so if they kind of turn away, that's them telling you that like they're not into it. But again, maybe starting with some really gentle ones, like we talked about Copaiba or lavender. Like my dog is super anxious, especially when we leave. And so even I could rub it on my hands and like rub her ears or just like pet her to kind of help with that or keep the diffuser going. But there's lots of ways you can use your oils with your animals. And there's probably some groups. There's what's our vet doctor?
Claudine just shared her link, essentialoilvet.com, in the chat.
Yes.
She's great. She has so much great information.
What is that?
Essentialoilvet.com. And Dr. Rose just shared a link to the Essential Wellness.life webinars, one of the Love Your Pets video as well. But yeah, there's a lot of great information out there. If you go to the hellovisionary.com, our website, and go to the oil education, and you can actually go into just a little search bubble and put pets and you'll get linked to that.
I was wondering if there was like an antibiotic type of oil for wounds for cats. So I'll check it out. Thank you.
Yeah, there's a lot of great information on there for sure. Yeah. Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you for spending your Saturday morning with us. We hope you join us next week. And thank you, Mandy, so much.
Thank you.
Have a great day, everyone.
Thanks.
I'd
Have a
like
great week.
Susan,
Take care.
try the Correct X. If my cat had a wound, that